G'day guys and welcome to Ham Built.
Rusty piece of chips. Got every intention of making it sick.
So I've been a busy little beaver on my 260Z. Put this coffee down. So I got a big mess I've got to clean up because as you can see I've stripped out the interior of the 260Z while we're off camera. I didn't think you'd want to watch that because that's pretty boring, non-eventful. Now I found that I knew I had a little bit of rust in the firewall, but I didn't think it was as bad as what it was going to be. I'll show you. This is behind where the heater box was, so I must have had a leak at some stage. As you can see, there's a big rust hole there. Stick my finger through. And there's a couple over there as well, like this one up here. And down here in the footwell, you can see daylight through it. Again, another big rust hole, as well as up there. So that's going to have to be fixed after the engines come out. I've also noticed it's got a bit of, you can't see it on camera, but the floor's been pushed up a bit there, and in the corner there, looks like it's had a bit of a, might have had a bit of an accident at one stage and they've had to fix it. So, but that surprises me a little bit, the way the panel gaps work, because the panel gaps are all really good on this car. You can see in the, that there, it's a bit crumpled in the wheel well. Got a sneaking suspicion it might have had a quarter panel put on it, which is okay, that's fine by me, and that might explain why the door is reasonably rust free. Well, it is rust free because that might have been a new door as well. So yeah, there you go. So plan of attack is now I'm going to shift this big pile of stuff. I don't know where to, but I'll find a spot. And then after I've done that, I'm going to put paint stripper on the roof and quarters. So while that's soaking in, I'll start preparing a couple of my other panels for high fill primer. Not high fill, epoxy. As soon as the epoxy comes, as soon as my paint mixing cups come, I can start putting some epoxy on these panels so they don't rust. Because this one here is starting to show little rusty spots. It's been in bare metal for too long. So I might even have to blast this panel again. Alright. So it just got worse. That's my floor pan. Not good at all. Anyway, only problem is with this is if it was a 240Z or a pre-74 260Z two-seater, I could buy the floor pans, but this is a 76, so I cannot buy the floor pans. I have to make them because they're different, which is not a major drama, just a little bit more hassle. You can see right here, that's where the chassis rail, that's the chassis rail right there. You can see the light through it there, and that's dark. That's the inside of the chassis rail. Lovely, lovely. So I got almost all the paint off. Just got this panel and little panels there to go. It's as good as I'd hoped it to be. There's not a lot of filler in the roof, just a little bit around this area. Little tiny dents in the roof there. The rest is no filler. There's a dent there. So yeah, that's not too bad. This quarter panel is good. There was no filler down there. Haven't taken the seal panels, still got paint on them and in there. There's a bit of filler around here, nothing major. And there's a dent up under here. They didn't even bother to take out, they just filled it full of filler. Up here is pretty good, better than I expected. It's had a repair there. This side's a little bit worse. Can't pick up dents in photos, but that's pretty substantial dent there. It's not too bad down there. So far for rust, I'm quite impressed. Except for the obvious in there that we showed you. But that's most likely caused by a leaky heater that got left and not fixed. Now, there's a bit of rust in this dog leg. That's no drama. I've fixed many of those. So that's an easy fix. So the rest is good. Quite happy. At this stage, I think I'll have this car done before next summer. And I'll be quite happy with that. Alright, but today we're going to go on with Freddy's car. So I'm going to continue on with this part up here. So first thing is I'm going to unscrew it all and take it off. I'm just going to cut the front part of the original roof off. And then I'm going to put it all back on and then mark where I'm actually going to cut it. Rightio. What I need to do is I need to cut this lip off here, because while that lip's there I can't butt it up properly and get it all to fit where it needs to because the lip's in the way. Just going to cut the edge of the lip off, and then I'll put it back on the car and I'll butt it all up nice and tight where it's supposed to be, and then I'll mark my cut it off, and then we'll tack weld it in. Sorry about the noise, it's peak hour traffic here in my little town. It gets a bit noisy. Now the lip on the new piece of metal can sit where it's supposed to because there's nothing interfering. So put it back on. Need my whizzer. I've got my cut line marked, so I'm just going to try and keep the blade just on the outside of that line. It's better to not cut enough off than to cut too much off. So at least then I'll be able to trim it up a little bit if I need to. So I'm going to take my time and do it precise as I can. It's tacked in good enough what I need now. I'm going to take it off the car and put it on the workbench, which I've moved over into that area. Okay, it's mostly tacked in. I'm going to put a few more tacks in it yet. While it's on the workbench, I can get it both sides. I can plenish it out as I'm going, keep it nice and flat, and yeah, I can make sure both sides are clean when I'm welding it, which is a bonus. It's all welded in. Next is to actually weld the hole in the sunroof. So I'll be giving away a free hole if anyone wants it. So yeah, once I've done that, I'll take all the paint off it and get this roof as smooth as I can, so I don't have to use too much body filler. There's a bit of rust here too I've got to fix. Add a bit of metal on the end there, that's no drama. we're going to do it. Okay, the hole is removed from the roof. So the new piece of metal is tacked in place. So now I've just got to go around and weld it in properly. Once that's done, I'll take all the paint off, I'll give it a blast, and then I'll get it all nice and flat and smooth. Well, I think that'll be it for this episode. I'll come back at you with some more next episode with God knows what, but we'll find something to do. So we'll see you next time.
Oh no, rusty piece of shit.